Good morning, students. Today we are going to read the most important question in the topic of education in the subject of history O levels. And the question is, what are the reasons for low literacy rate in Pakistan? So there are a lot of reasons and we are going to discuss these reasons in detail. So the first reason for the low literacy rate is poverty. Pakistan, with a large population and a weak economy, is amongst the third world countries of Asia. Poverty is widespread all over the country. People usually have a large family with an average of 5 to 6 children in a family. The poor are of the opinion that if they have many children, then these children on growing up can earn money for the family and hence increase their total income. Therefore, when the time comes for a child to go to school, his parents prefer to send him to work. So this is the one of the very important reason, particularly in the rural areas. So people prefer to send their children on work rather than to schools because they think that children will earn and will make increase of the income. The next reason is the high unemployment rate in the country also discourages clear है, discourages the poor to acquire education. So this is again very important reason. The high unemployment rate in the country also discourages the poor to acquire education because when he see the educated persons who are not doing work, who are not gaining work, who are not gaining employment, so they feel discouraged and do not want to get education. Pressurized due to clear pressurized due to financial problems, the political instability in the country and the corruption, many of the frustrated youths become victims of the drugs or get involved in terrorist activities. So these are some poverty problems. Now we are going to read high dropout rate. Most of the people are very conservative and narrow-minded. These include especially the inhabitants of the rural areas which still, even today, constitute a large part of the population. A woman's place in the society is such that she is supposed to stay at home and look after the house and family. Many people even look down upon the working woman. The dropout rate of the women is higher than that of the men. Many are not even able to finish their secondary school. So this is one of the very important reason. So people are conservative, particularly in our rural areas. They do not want to send their girls to schools. They think that a woman's place is in home and to look after the family and look after the house only. So they are taking all kinds of the work from the woman except of giving her the education. One of the very strong reason, because most of the population of the Pakistan live in rural areas. About 60% of the population live in rural areas. That's why a big number of the girls do not go to school. So this is the most important reason in the low literacy rate of Pakistan. Next is early marriages also encourage the high dropout rate amongst the women. Next is socio-economic restraints along with a large number of the shelter, less schools and poor teacher attendance, especially in rural areas, contribute to the high dropout rate. So these are dropout reasons. 60% of the children drop out before acquiring the knowledge to read and write. Next, we are going to read the reasons of the role of the government in the low literacy rate. So government plays also an important role in the low literacy rate. So the reasons are the government allots only a small part of the expenditure to education. Government schools lack furniture, stationery, and competent teachers, especially in rural areas. The shortage of the funds also discourage the construction of the school buildings. Moreover, government schools also lack of the sufficient administrative system. So this is the reason on the part of the government which actually responsible for the low literacy rate. The next reason on the part of the government is teachers are provided with few incentives by the government to work. They are low paid and most of them are also reluctant to give up city life and settle in the villages. 5 minutes. Fewer scholarships can be offered by the government. The stoppage of the US aid has also lessened the number of the scholarships provided to our students. So these are the reasons on the part of the government which actually responsible for the low literacy rate. Next reason on the part of the government is with the government's approval, a large number of the private schools have been opened in the cities. These schools are more of the profit earning organizations. The textbooks available are not updated regularly and prove inadequate for the educational requirements. As a result, many of the competent schools use books which are imported from the abroad, and therefore these books are expensive. So these are the reasons due to which literacy rate in Pakistan is very low. So if we remove these problems, literacy rate can be improved. So this is most important question in the topic of education in the subject of history O levels. So read this lecture again, students, learn it and make your notes.